Hi students, welcome back. In this session, I am going to tell you about basic concepts of immunology, cells of immune system and organs of immune system. Basic concept includes what is immunology and what is immune system and what is immunity. So first let's see immunity. Immunity. The ability of an organism to fight against the disease-caused organisms are called immunity. The ability of an individual to fight against the disease-causing organisms. Disease-causing organisms is called immunity. So what is immunity? The ability of an individual to fight against a disease-causing organisms is called immunity. Next, immune system. Immune system. The network of organs, cells, proteins that protect the body from infectious agents like virus, microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, etc. is called immune system. Immune system. The network of organs, cells, proteins that protect the body from harmful and infectious agents like virus, bacteria, fungi, pathogens, etc. is called immune system. So immune system, what is immune system? The network of organs, cells, proteins that protects the body from harmful and infectious agents like virus, bacteria, fungi, pathogens, microorganisms, etc. It is called immune system. Next, what is immunology? The study of immune system is called immunology. Or the branch that deals with the immune system is called immunology. So what is immunology? Study of immune system. Immunology. Study of immune system. Study of immune system is called immunology. Or the branch of biology that deals with the immunity and immune system is called immunology. Father of immunology is the father of immunology. Edward Jenner. Father of immunology is the Edward Jenner. So study of immune system is the immunology, and the ability of an organism to fight against the disease-caused organisms are called immunity. The network of organs, cells, proteins that protect the body from infectious agents like virus, bacteria, pathogens, fungus, etc. is called immune system. Next, cells of immune system. Cells of immune system. Immune system consists three types of cells. Three types. Lymphocytes, phagocytes, axillary cells, lymphocytes, phagocytes, axillary cells. These are the cells of immune system. Lymphocytes again divided into two types of cells, B cells and T cells. B cells and T cells. B cells are B lymphocytes or B lymphocytes. T cells are also called T lymphocytes. T lymphocytes. So lymphocytes are two types, B cells and T cells. B lymphocytes are T lymphocytes. So first B lymphocytes. B lymphocytes are the lymphocytes have the capacity of producing antibodies and capture the circulating antigens, free antigens is called B lymphocytes. B lymphocytes. What are the B lymphocytes? The lymphocytes with the capable of producing antibodies, and capture circulating free antigens. So what are the B lymphocytes? The lymphocytes with the capable of producing antibodies and capture the circulating free antigens. the produced antibodies are displayed on the surface of this is the B cell. So they are displayed on the surface of the B cell. Displaced on the surface. They are the antibodies. So these antibodies are produced by the B cell. Antibodies are displayed on the surface of the B cell. So next, T cells. T cells are they do not produce any antibodies. So T cells, the lymphocytes without the capable of producing antibodies. They don't have any capability to produce antibodies, and they cannot recognize the free antigens. But they can recognize antigens which are present in the antigen presenting cells. Recognize antigens present on the antigen presenting cells. They do not recognize the free circulating antigens, but they can recognize the antigens which are present on the surface of the antigen presenting cells. APCs. Antigen presenting cells. These are the lymphocytes. T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. Next, phagocytes. These are the specialized cells. They can migrate to the site of injury, site of the wound, and they engulf the harmful germs, harmful pathogens, and dead tissues, dead cells. This process is called phagocytosis, and the cells are called phagocytes. Phagocytes are the specialized cells. They can migrate to the site of injury and engulf means eating, engulf the harmful germs by a process called phagocytosis. So phagocytes are the specialized cells. They can migrate to the site of injury and engulf the infected parts, or infectious germs or harmful germs harmful germs by a process called phagocytosis. This engulfing mechanism is called phagocytosis. The cells are phagocytic cells. Phagocytes. Next, axillary cells. The cells which help the lymphocytes in the immune response is called axillary cells. Cells which helps the lymphocytes in immune response is called axillary cells. Examples: basophils, mast cells, antigen presenting cells. So these are the axillary cells. So these are the cells of immune system. Next, organs of immune system. The organs which are involved in the origin, maturation, proliferation of lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are called lymphoid organs. Lymphoid organs are which are involved in the origin, maturation, and proliferation of lymphocytes are called lymphoid organs. Lymphoid organs are involved in the origin, maturation, proliferation of lymphocytes called organs of immune system. Based on the function of the lymphocyte, these organs of immune system are two types. Primary, based on the function basis. Primary lymphoid organs. Secondary lymphoid organs. Based on the function, lymphoid organs are primary lymphoid organs, secondary lymphoid organs. The organs where the lymphocytes, lymphocyte stem cells matured lymphocytes are called primary lymphoid organs. The cells. So what are primary lymphoid organs? The organs where the lymphoid stem cells become mature. Become matured lymphoid organs. Matured lymphocytes. So the organs where the lymphoid stem cells become mature lymphocytes are called primary lymphoid organs. Primary lymphoid organs. So in the primary lymphoid organs, the lymphoid stem cells become matured lymphocytes. Examples are bone marrow, and thymus. Bone marrow and thymus gland. Next, secondary lymphoid organs. The organs where the matured lymphocytes transforms into functional lymphocytes. So the organs are called secondary lymphoid organs. So secondary lymphoid organs are the organs where matured lymphocytes transforms into functional lymphocytes. Functional lymphocytes. So where the matured lymphocytes transforms into functional lymphocytes, the organs are called secondary lymphoid organs. Examples spleen. Tonsils, lymph nodes, etc. Spleen, tonsils, lymph nodes, and etc. So in this spleen is the secondary lymphoid organ. In this secondary lymphoid organ, matured lymphocytes transforms into functional lymphocytes. These are the organs of immune system. In the secondary lymphoid organs, they provide the site for recognition of antigen and antibody reaction. They gives the site for the antigen antibody reactions. So these are the organs of immune system. So first, primary lymphoid organs are bone marrow and thymus. In this, lymphoid stem cells becomes into matured lymphocytes. In secondary lymphoid organs, in tonsils, spleen, the matured lymphocytes transforms into functional lymphocytes. So this is about the organs of immune system. Next, antibodies. Next, antibodies. So antibodies are produced by B lymphocytes. So antibodies are produced by B lymphocytes and B cells. Antibodies. So these antibodies are produced by the B cells. We already know that. These whenever the pathogens are microorganisms or virus or bacteria enter into our body, whenever the bacteria or pathogens are enter into our body, the B lymphocytes produce a number of army of proteins called antibodies. The army of proteins. So whenever the pathogens enter in our body, B cells produce. So they are ready for the production of the antigens, so antibodies. So B cells produced a army of cells called army of proteins called antibodies. Proteins called antibodies. So these are the antibodies are nothing but proteins. So whenever pathogens are microorganisms enter in our body, enter in our body, B lymphocytes are B cells, lymphocytes produce army of cells, army of proteins called antibodies. So called antibodies. So these are the antibodies. Antibodies are produced by the B lymphocytes when the pathogens or microorganisms are entered into the body. So these are the antibodies. Antibodies are highly specific for binding to the highly specialized for the binding to the specific antigen. So they are the specialized. They are highly specialized for the binding to the specific antigens. So they are specific. For some specific antigen. So they are highly specialized for the binding to the specific antigens. So antibodies are highly specific for the antigen, special antigen. So now the antibodies have the site of the antibody, which gives the so where the part where the antigens attached to the antibody, that site is called paratome. A part of antibody, which gives the site for binding of antigen. A part of the antibody which gives the site for binding of antigen is called paratome. Antigen binding site. So antigen binding site. Parasite is nothing but antigen binding site which is present in the antibody. The mobility of antibody, on the basis of mobility of antibodies are two types. Antibodies are two types based on the mobility. Mobility means movement. based on the mobility. Antibodies are two types. First one, circulating or free antibodies. Circulating or free antibodies. And next, surface antibodies. Circulating free antibodies and surface antibodies. Circulating free antibodies are present in the body fluids. 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 But surface antibodies are present on the surface of B lymphocytes. And as well as memory cells. So circulating free antibodies are present in the body fluids and surface antibodies are present on the surface of the B cells or B lymphocytes and memory cells. Okay. So this is the information, the introduction of the antibodies. Next, structure of antibody. So what is the structure of antibody and how and what contains and what shape it is. So next, structure. Structure of antibody. Antibody is also called as immunoglobulin. It is also called as immunoglobulin. So antibodies are also called as immunoglobulins. So immunoglobulins and antibodies are same. So antibodies are also called as immunoglobulins. This is the structure of antibody. The basic structure of antibody is proposed by Ronde Porter. Ronde Porter proposed basic structure. So basic structure is proposed by Ronde Porter. The structure of the antibody, actually the shape of the antibody is Y-shaped. So antibody is the Y-shaped molecule. So it's a Y-shaped molecule with four polypeptide chains. With four polypeptide chains. With four polypeptide chains. So the antibody structure. So antibody is the Y-shaped molecule with four polypeptide chains, from which two are too heavy, too long. Out of the four polypeptide chains, two long, identical, heavy chains. Two long, identical heavy chains and two small, small identical light chains. Light chains. These are heavy chain. These are light chains. So the antibodies are represented as antibody. Antibody is represented as H2 heavy chains and light chains. So it is represented as H2L2. And these two chains are connected with the disulfide bonds. Two chains are connected with the two chains are connected with the disulfide bond. So two chains are connected with each other with disulfide bond. Next, one end of the antibody, antibody is called fab end. Next, another end is called FC end. Fab end means fragmented antigen binding end. So fab end means fragmented antigen binding end. Next, FC end means fragmented crystallizable. So this is about the structure of antibody. There is a diagram. Let me draw the diagram. So it has how many polypeptide chains? It is Y-shaped, right? It is Y-shaped. So Y-shaped. Two long identical heavy chains. These are the two long identical heavy chains. Identical heavy chains and two short small identical light chains. These are the heavy chains. Light chain. They are connected with the two chains are connected with the disulfide bonds. This is a disulfide bond. Disulfide bond. This end is one end of the antibody is fab end. One end of the antibody is these are FC end. See? This is the site of binding site. Arrow top antigen binding site. So this is the structure of antibody. Antibody is a Y-shaped protein molecule, Y-shaped molecule. It has 4 polypeptide chains. 4 polypeptide chains. Out of 4 polypeptide chains, 2 are long. 2 are long. Identical. They are equal. So they are identical. Heavy chains. These are heavy chains. And 2 are small. Small one. This is the long one. This is the small one. Small. Identical light chains. 2 light chains. So these 2 chains are connected with the disulfide bonds. The one end of the antibody is called FKB, Fab and Fab. And another one of the antibody is called FC. So FC. So this is the structure of antibody. Antibodies, the function of the antibodies, based on the function of the antibodies are 5 types. Functioning. On the basis of functioning of the antibodies are 5 types. They are IG, D, IgE, IgG, IgA, and IgA. These are the types of immunoglobulins, antibodies based on the function. There are 5 types: IgD, IgE, IgG, IgA, IgM. These are the types of immunoglobulins. So this is the structure of antibody. This is the important 4 marks question. So diagram, and this is the explanation about the structure of antibody.